Welcome back, everyone, to another Red Dead Redemption 2 video. Today, Rockstar dropped the official gameplay part 2 trailer, and in this video, I'll be showing you guys 25 things you might have missed. And unfortunately, the first thing is from Rockstar themselves on their Facebook page. You can see they said the second half of our Red Dead Redemption 2 series outlines all sorts of stuff. Well, there's only two halves to a whole, so I'm sort of thinking they're not going to release any more of these videos, which is unfortunate, but good news, the game comes out in 25 days. Now, the trailer. I'm just going to be showing you guys maybe some GIFs, but a lot of screenshots here. If you've never seen the trailer, I'll leave a link to it on Rockstar's page in the description below. But starting out, I just want to say the world looks huge. Look at this picture. You can see so much. One, the different weather actually across the map. You can see on the left, it looks like it maybe is raining, or at least the sun's sort of shining through. The right, it's a little darker. Obviously, where Arthur is, it's kind of sunny and not cloudy. Also, the draw distance, the clouds themselves, all of it looks amazing. And then here's another one of Arthur on the snow. You can sort of see the same thing. The draw distance, the snow in this picture looks awesome. The clouds, the different weather. The world just looks beautiful. And Rockstar, I think that's probably going to be one of the better things they've done with this game. Now, the next thing up here in the snow, we get this shot of Arthur dragging his horse through the snow. But I just want to point you guys to two things. One, we see Arthur with a beard again, which is always awesome. And then two, look at his belt buckle. It looks like it's some sort of bear claw belt buckle maybe. And this could be one of the items, the clothing items that we will be able to create after killing a legendary animal. Either way, it looks pretty awesome. Now, we can do heists in this game. That seems to be a pretty big way to make money. And you can see here, Arthur and the gang are breaking into the Lemoyne National Bank. And because this is in a city, you're going to have to watch out for the guards. And they are going to be pretty well equipped. Although this guy, for whatever reason, is not looking towards the door. Now, since you are breaking in, you are going to have to wear some masks so people don't identify you. And check out this guy on the right. I have no idea what that is on his head, but it looks hilarious. Moving through the trailer, we get this little screenshot. This is of Arthur taking some of the members of the gang somewhere. And actually, I think this is our first look at the waypoint system. So we all know how it works in GTA. Well, in Red Dead Redemption 2, it's probably going to work similar, but it actually looks a little bit better. It sort of fits the minimap a little more. So that's cool. Next, and this is going to be so much fun for people who like to be sneaky and steal a bunch of stuff. We can break into people's houses and steal from them. We can see here Arthur stealing. I don't know why he chose the medicine cabinet, but he's stealing from the medicine cabinet. And check out the guy in the back actually sleeping. That is a totally realistic sleeping position. Like the little things that Rockstar do, that's really what I'm excited for in this game. Here we have probably Arthur, maybe the gang, robbing someone. And again, I just wanted to show you guys this picture because we get to see them wearing something that covers their face that's not a bandana. So there's going to be hopefully a lot of options to customize our character so it's not just a hat and a bandana. This is probably one of the most questioned screenshots of this trailer. Where is this? And I have two things to show you guys that tell me that this is in Armadillo. And if you don't know, Armadillo is from Red Dead Redemption 1, the original game. First off, if we take a look at the outline of the buildings and then we compare that to the outline of the buildings in Red Dead Redemption 1, they look pretty similar, if not almost the same. And then the one that gave it away for me, check out the floor boarding. There is a significant gap in the picture from RDR2, from the gameplay trailer. And then if you go to Red Dead Redemption 1, check out from inside one of the bars, that gap is still there. So that can't be a coincidence. This has to be Armadillo. And I'm excited to see and revisit that place in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, as for the police, we all know how stupid they were in GTA 5. It looks like they are on another level, or they hopefully are on another level in this game. You can see they start out their search at the top right looking for an unknown suspect. They don't know who to look for, but as they search around, it switches to investigating, and you can actually see the lawman actually investigating the body. And then they might, if they find enough clues, they might pinpoint the crime to Arthur. So I'm thinking that after we kill people, maybe we need to hide their bodies and not leave them out in the open. And while we're on the topic of lawmen, since you're into town, this is Blackwater, I believe, you're going to have to watch out for them. So I'm thinking the bigger towns, it will be a lot riskier to do bad things versus some of the smaller towns. In addition to the lawmen, you will have bounty hunters come after you. And this is a pretty cool sequence where we are all on horseback and they are trying to kill us. And we actually shoot the guy off and he falls down in a pretty cool way. Another one of the huge question marks in this trailer is about the gore. There's a lot of blood in this trailer, but as far as gore goes, we were told that, if you shoot someone in the arm with a shotgun, their arm will go flying off. And we kind of didn't see that in this trailer. So we saw this at one point, Arthur stabbing a guy. You can see a ton of blood, but there's no noticeable gore. There's no noticeable stab or anything. We also see this towards the end, Arthur in first person with a shotgun. You're somewhat close to the guy and you shoot him in the arm, but his arm doesn't fall off. There's just a lot of blood. The argument to that is the shotgun, it's a sawed-off shotgun, so the spread is very large, so you have to be pretty much right next to them, maybe for their limb to be blown off. Also, actually, I want to point out on this screenshot at the bottom right, we can actually pick up weapons off the ground with the L1 button, so that's kind of cool. But gore is in the game, because in the duel that Arthur has with just a random person, you can see he shoots him in the head, and the bullet comes out the back of his head, kind of behind his left ear. It's kind of gross, but I kind of dig it. And then here's just a little further back. You can see the hole maybe a little bit better in the back of his head. So gore is there. And then this is probably the best instance of gore. It's a little graphic, warning here, but Arthur, I guess he's shooting a piece of TNT or something to blow up this cart, and you can see this is the before shot. Everything's pretty much intact. The explosion is starting to go off, but then we see this one and the horse's back leg is actually blown off. So gore's in the game. Things will get blown off of people or animals' bodies, but I'm guessing that it's something special. It's not going to happen every single time. There has to be certain requirements before, that are met before it happens, which I kind of like, because then when you actually do something that gets you that gore, then you feel, I guess, more rewarded. And then I guess while we're at this sequence, one thing I noticed, the guy on the left, I'm assuming one of Arthur's gang members, he's actually towing 3 horses on the back of his horse. So maybe we can capture a bunch of horses and bring them to the stable and have a bunch in case the one we're riding goes dead. Next up, we have Deadeye. Deadeye, they mentioned a few times in this trailer, and we know a little bit about it, but we do know that it highlights certain critical points on people's body. And there's definitely one point on this guy's body that I think a lot of people are going to end up shooting. I'll let you guys figure out which one that is. And sort of in the same sequence, we actually see, and I think this is the first time we see Arthur dual wielding 2 weapons that's not both pistols. He has a pistol in his right hand, and then in his left hand he has the sawed-off shotgun. So that'll be cool. We can choose which guns, if we want a close range gun like the shotgun or a longer one like the pistol. And then here, one thing that I noticed at the top right, to the right of the numbers, you can see the little circles. We don't know what those are for, and at no point in this trailer did they move or did they fill up or anything. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Now, one thing that may be annoying in this game is cleaning yourself. You can see Arthur looks pretty fresh, pretty well dressed here in this screenshot, looking good. But that's because he probably had to take a bath. And actually, this is something we're going to have to do. And at the bottom right, you can see you have to actually hold or press square to scrub yourself. I hope that's not as annoying as it sounds, but I guess the alternative, if you don't want to take a bath, you can be all dirty, but people will walk away and hold their breath, and they may not talk to you. So you just got to ask yourself, what do you want to do in the game? Here we get a first look at some food. We get a little stew here and a menu. You can see some stuff, so we're going to have to not constantly, but every now and then eat some food to replenish our stuff. The gun customization looks amazing. Look at the detail. I'm excited for that. And it even looks like we can customize the little holder that it is in. Canoeing and fishing is something I'm really looking forward to in this game, just as like a relaxing sort of feature. I thought they would talk a little bit more about canoeing and fishing in this gameplay video, but they really only showed us these two sequences of Arthur going down the river on the canoe, and then Arthur and then someone else fishing in the pond. You have a few options down there in the bottom right when you actually are fishing. As for some other activities, we have cow herding. What's weird, it says R2 aim weapon. People are wondering, why does it say that? I'm thinking that the controls, for whatever reason, in this screenshot at least, were flipped, where R2 is to aim the weapon and then R1 is to shoot. But I'm guessing we can easily flip those back, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. We all know this is going to be one of the most fun things to do in Red Dead Redemption 2 online, using this with our friends just to go around the map. But yeah, that's going to be another fun thing. Some of the mini games we see poker here, but we got to see five-finger fillet. We got the little dominoes mode. In the bar, it looks like we can actually see Arthur's bank account. Looks like he's not doing too hot. Only $4.34, so he's got to go get some money there. We can view plays in the game at certain places, and one funny thing, we can actually either cheer for them or we can antagonize. And you already know everyone is going to be antagonizing the dancers. But at the bottom left in the minimap, we actually see the interior layout of this place, and it looks pretty big, you know, so it does, or I would assume we can get up and maybe walk around. It's not like GTA, where it just sort of loads you in and then you're stuck in there until you go back out. Not sure if this one is super important, but it does look like Arthur's hair maybe is a little longer than we've seen in some of the screenshots. So just showing the time progressing part. And then the bottom right, you can see break free. You're gonna have to do that if you want to get out. Then we have first person, and first person does look really good. I'm excited to play first person to see if it's any different from GTA. Although the one thing I will say, I do hope the field of view will be able to go a little higher, because I like a higher field of view personally, but the first person does look great. And then one of the final things towards the end of the trailer, we got to see Arthur getting attacked by some wolves, and that's something you're gonna have to watch out for. But after he shoots the wolves, you can see on his right arm there and his shirt, there are noticeable scratch marks. So again, going back to the little details. And then finally, to wrap up this, the 25th thing you might have missed. Well, you probably didn't miss this, but I just want to show you guys again, because these pictures, these screenshots, these sequences were just so beautiful, so pretty. This is Arthur, the sun either setting or rising, looking over the valley. Got a bunch of fog, the clouds look incredible. Here we have them going through the plains, again, sun somewhere either setting or rising, the shadows, it just looks so good. In the snow, this one was one of my favorite shots, because I think I'm going to spend a lot of time in the mountains. And then finally them overlooking a cliff here with the fog sort of down low. That's awesome. And then the sun shining on the right. So that was 25 things you might have missed from the trailer. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. 25 days. 25 days is all we have to wait until we can play this game. Thank you all for watching, though. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you get a notification when I do upload my next Red Dead Redemption 2 video. But as always, I will see you guys in the next one.